Hi, this is GunNut226 with another folding knife review. Today I'm looking at the most excellent Spyderco. I know this falls out of the purview of what I normally cover, but let's take a look at it. Here we have a full flat ground Delica Blue. Here's the Spyderco box. It's a little beat up, but that's okay. I'm not going to be using the box, typically. So why did I buy this knife? Well, Spydercos are really cool, and this is, I think it's a limited edition, so I need to get it now while it's still around. And I thought I'd share it with you guys. I think there's a lot of other reviews out there. I've seen a few really good ones, and but this is just mine. Maybe my take on Spyderco. It might be slightly different opinion in some aspects than some other people have. So first off, why did I buy it? Well, it's really cool. I like Spyderco in general. They have really high quality, and it's an EDC knife for me. I know I have a lot of EDC knives, but this is one of the higher quality ones that I do have. That I actually went out there and spent the bucks on. So maybe just a little bit of background. Here's a pamphlet that came with it, just explaining some of the advantages and highlights in this special edition. Here one of the things that I really admire about this. It's full flat ground, which is one of the things that I really like. I like full flat ground blades. Also VG10, which is a very high quality steel. You can see here, this is a VG10 right there. You can focus on that. So really nice high quality. You can see this is a standard Spyderco blade type. It's a leaf, and it's full flat ground. Full flat ground is really good for slicing, and I find it has a much better edge retention, and it's maybe a little bit easier to bring back the edge due to the fact that it's ground all the way down from starting at the spine all the way to the blade edge. And you don't need as much as a relief cut on the edge, since the metal's already starting to get thin. You can see here that the blade is really thin. I also have my Spyderco Persistence to compare against. Here we can see that the blade thickness is hugely different. So it's much more of a delicate tip. Much more of a delicate blade. This one's also full flat ground. Okay, sorry about that. My battery died. I have to join these clips in post-production. Like I was saying, you can see this Spyderco's got some dust and dirt on it. Pocket lint, potentially. I've been carrying it around for a while, testing it out. Getting ready to maybe do a little review on it. Anyway, what I'm saying is the blades are very similar. However, this Delica is a much thinner blade, and it's much more delicate than some of the other Spydercos out there, which is I'll talk about in another video. But overall, it's very nice. It's very sharp out of the box. No problems or issues with that aspect of it. I've carried it around a little bit for now. I've carried it for a couple weeks, so it's performed very well for me. You can see in here, we take a look at the bushings. There is no bushings that are visible, at least to me. It does have that embedded steel liner, so that maybe does help the speed. However, it's still very difficult for me to deploy. It is a lockback design. They are typically maybe a little bit harder. It does have a nice Spyderco spider hole, and you can get your thumb in there very well to deploy it. I have done it with gloves recently. It's been getting colder here, so even with gloves on it, you can deploy it rather well. It's just the speed is not really impressed with it compared to some of the other knives that I have. I guess I can maybe adjust the pivot and might get some more out of it. However, maybe not. So we'll have to see how that goes in the future. Maybe I'll even take it apart at some point, lube up that point, and Loctite it like some of the other knives that I've done. As far as the once it's deployed, it's very strong. There's no wiggle up and down. There's no wiggle side to side. It's a very strong lockup. With any lockback, most of them are pretty rock solid. You can see here there's no gap. So you can get focus. There's no real gap between the blade and the lock. Even down in there, maybe see down there. It looks very solid down there. Everything's pretty solid and locked up. So let's take a quick look at the weight. Turn on the scale here. Where are we at? We're at about 2.250 ounces, which is quite good. I like a nice light knife for my EDC. I already carry a lot of other stuff, so that's very beneficial. Here the handle material. It looks like a FRN or just regular plastic. It has some pretty good traction on it. It's not bad. Here you can see on the specification sheet, FRN fiber reinforced nylon handle. And it comes in a lot of different colors. And it says here, bidirectional texturing for slip-free tactile traction. Okay, sure. Let's see. Let's investigate that. Here's the one direction. You can kind of see there's scales going this way and scales going this way. So when the knife is deployed, it really does lock up into your thumb pretty well. Those scales dig in pretty good. And so it does. There is definitely bidirectional scaling on it, and it is pretty functional. You can also see some jimping here on the ramp. That really bites into your thumb. It gives you a really good lockup on there. I think I would probably feel pretty comfortable using this in a thrusting motion in a tactical situation, just because it's got that really good thumb ramp, and it really got some nice jimping on there as well. Would like to have maybe some jimping or something along here, along the bottom, but there's nothing there at this point. That might change in the future. Here you can see with the persistence liner lock, you do have some additional jimping down here on the liner, as well as the jimping on the thumb ramp. Although the thumb ramp is not as steep, and your thumb doesn't lock in quite as good as in the Delica. So overall, the handle, FRN, good traction on it. It's very strong because it does have a nested steel liner. We can take a look in there. See, there we go. There's a nested steel liner on both sides, which probably contributes to some of the weight. If they probably got rid of those steel liners and just had a FRN handle, it would probably be approaching the the weight of like a SOG Flash 1, potentially, and could really lighten it up. But just for strength reasons, I guess they decided to put that in there. But at least they did lightweight it, and it is nested, so it looks very clean. It's not really a flow-through design, so you see my knives get pretty dirty in my pockets, and I put them through a lot of abuse. So I'm going to have a hard time getting in there and cleaning it. I have to use Q-tips and whatnot. I might have to eventually take this apart and give it a thorough cleaning. It appears that you can take everything apart, and you'd be able to get a very good cleaning out of it. I do like as well, it's got some nice finger grooves in it. It feels really good in hand. This thing is awesome, and I guess it better for the price. A lot of thought went into the design, and I really like it. I'm not sure if they're going to continue with the full flat ground after this year, but I hope they do. I really hope they decide full flat ground is the way to go, because I didn't really like the other Delica out there. I think it was like a saber ground, and I wasn't really impressed with that, so I never really picked one of those up. Here, let's go into the here's the pocket clip. Pocket clip is okay. Much like Spyderco does, they don't really have deep carry pocket clips, which is kind of not the primary mode that I would like. I kind of like the deeper carry pocket clips. Have you guys seen in my other videos? Here's the old standby Jeep pocket clip, but I always have the Jeep Emergency Rescue. It's got a really deep pocket clip. I know there's some other wire pocket clips out there, but those knives typically that Spyderco has, that I really don't like them that much. But I do like this one. This is a great knife, Spyderco Delica 4, at the full flat ground. How is this going to be durable? I have full confidence. VG10 is a good performer. No real problems with VG10. I've seen a lot of other videos demonstrating its robustness in wet environments. So I do not have an issue with the VG10. I don't anticipate problems. As well as the handle. Handle should hold up fairly well, as long as I don't drop it off a building or something. It's got the nested steel liner, so it should have a lot of strength backing up this liner, so shouldn't be any problems. Now, as far as how much did this knife cost, well, here goes the price out the window. It was about $53. I bought it online, and that's a lot of money for me for a knife. Anything over $30, really. But you know what? This knife's worth it. I think I'll get a long lifetime out of it. I anticipate that I'll have this knife forever, and I hope it'll last forever as well. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, I guess, was with the pocket clip. The pocket clip is fully relocatable to all corners. Tip up, tip down, right hand, left hand carry, whatever you want to do, it's all there. And I really like Spyderco for that. That's one thing they really got right. So thanks for that, Spyderco. Good going. So other than that, it's maybe not really a high value knife, but it's a really good value knife, and I highly recommend it. If you like the full flat ground and Spyderco, I'd say go out and get this before it's gone, if they decide not to continue making these in the future. And that's all I have for now. If you like my videos, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.